The Journey to Advanced English Fluency. Mastering advanced English speaking is one of the most rewarding yet challenging aspects of language learning. It represents the culmination of years of study, practice, and dedication, transforming you from a competent speaker into someone who can navigate complex conversations, express nuanced thoughts, and communicate with the confidence of a native speaker. This comprehensive guide will take you through the essential strategies, techniques, and practices necessary to achieve true advanced English fluency. Advanced English speaking goes beyond basic communication. It encompasses the ability to articulate complex ideas with precision, use sophisticated vocabulary naturally, employ varied sentence structures effortlessly, and adapt your speaking style to different contexts and audiences. Whether you're preparing for professional presentations, academic discussions, social interactions, or simply want to express yourself with greater eloquence, this guide provides the roadmap to elevate your English speaking skills to an advanced level. Understanding advanced English fluency. Defining advanced fluency. Advanced English fluency is characterized by several key components that distinguish it from intermediate level speaking. First and foremost, it involves the seamless flow of speech without frequent pauses or hesitations while searching for words. Advanced speakers demonstrate a rich vocabulary repertoire, using precise and varied terminology to express their thoughts with clarity and impact. Grammar accuracy at the advanced level means not just avoiding basic errors, but also mastering complex grammatical structures, conditional sentences, subjunctive mood, and subtle aspects of English syntax. Advanced speakers can manipulate language to create emphasis, convey subtle meanings, and express abstract concepts with ease. Pronunciation plays a crucial role in advanced fluency. This includes not only clear articulation of individual sounds, but also mastery of stress patterns, intonation, rhythm, and the natural flow of connected speech. Advanced speakers understand how to use prosodic features to enhance meaning and maintain listener engagement. Perhaps most importantly, advanced fluency involves pragmatic competence, the ability to use language appropriately in different social and professional contexts. This includes understanding register, formality levels, cultural nuances, and the subtle art of implication and inference in communication. The advanced speaker's mindset. Developing an advanced speaker's mindset is fundamental to achieving fluency. This mindset involves embracing complexity rather than avoiding it, seeking opportunities to challenge yourself with sophisticated topics and conversations. Advanced learners understand that making mistakes is part of the growth process and view errors as learning opportunities rather than failures. The advanced speaker's mindset also encompasses cultural awareness and sensitivity. Understanding that language is deeply intertwined with culture allows advanced speakers to navigate cross-cultural communication effectively, adapting their communication style to different cultural contexts while maintaining authenticity. Continuous learning is another hallmark of the advanced speaker's mindset. Even native speakers continue to expand their vocabulary and refine their communication skills throughout their lives. Advanced learners embrace this reality and commit to lifelong learning and improvement. Building your advanced vocabulary arsenal. Strategic vocabulary acquisition. Advanced English speaking requires a sophisticated vocabulary that goes beyond basic conversational words. The key to building an advanced vocabulary lies in strategic acquisition rather than random memorization. Focus on learning word families, understanding etymology, and mastering collocations, the natural combinations of words that native speakers use intuitively. Start by identifying vocabulary gaps in your current knowledge. Advanced speakers need to master academic vocabulary, professional terminology relevant to their field, idiomatic expressions, phrasal verbs, and sophisticated descriptive language. Create themed vocabulary lists, focusing on areas such as abstract concepts, emotions, business terminology, academic discourse, and cultural references. When learning new vocabulary, always study words in context rather than in isolation. Understanding how words function in real sentences and situations helps you use them naturally in your own speech. Pay attention to register. Some words are more formal or informal than others, and using the appropriate register is crucial for advanced communication. Mastering collocations and natural phrases. Collocations are combinations of words that naturally go together in English, such as make a decision, heavy rain, or bitter disappointment. Mastering collocations is essential for sounding natural and fluent. Native speakers use thousands of these combinations automatically, and learning them will make your speech sound more natural and sophisticated. Create collocation charts for common verbs, adjectives, and nouns. For example, with the verb make, learn combinations like make progress, make an effort, make sense, and make arrangements. This approach helps you speak more naturally while expanding your active vocabulary. Advanced speakers also master transitional phrases, discourse markers, and sophisticated linking expressions. Instead of always using and, but, and because, incorporate expressions like furthermore, nevertheless, consequently, in light of, and notwithstanding. These sophisticated connectors elevate your speech and demonstrate advanced language control. Developing precision in word choice. Advanced speakers choose their words with precision, selecting the exact term that conveys their intended meaning. This involves understanding subtle differences between synonyms and knowing when to use formal versus informal vocabulary. For example, the difference between discuss, debates, deliberate, and confer, all related to talking about something, but each with distinct connotations and appropriate context. Practice synonym substitution exercises, where you take basic sentences and replace simple words with more sophisticated alternatives. However, remember that advanced vocabulary should enhance clarity, not obscure it. The goal is precision and impact, not unnecessary complexity. Mastering complex grammar structures. Advanced grammatical constructions. While intermediate speakers focus on basic grammar accuracy, advanced speakers master complex grammatical structures that allow for sophisticated expression. These include advanced conditional sentences, passive constructions, subjunctive mood, inverted structures, and complex relative clauses. Mixed conditionals, for example, allow speakers to express complex relationships between past and present situations. If I had studied medicine, I would be working in a hospital now. Mastering these structures enables you to express nuanced thoughts about hypothetical situations and their consequences. The subjunctive mood, though less common in modern English, appears in formal and academic contexts. It is essential that every student be prepared for the examination. Understanding when and how to use these structures demonstrates advanced grammatical competence. Sentence variety and complexity. Advanced speakers employ varied sentence structures to maintain listener interest and convey complex ideas effectively. This involves mixing simple, compound, and complex sentences, using different clause types, and employing various rhetorical devices. Practice combining ideas in different ways instead of only using coordination. I went to the store and bought groceries. Experiment with subordination. After going to the store, I realized I had forgotten my wallet. Nominalization. My realization that I had forgotten my wallet came after reaching the store, and other advanced structures. Parallelism, or parallelism, is another advanced technique that creates rhythm and emphasis in speech. For example, the program aims to educate students, engage communities, and encourage innovation. This balanced structure is more sophisticated and memorable than unparalleled alternatives. Mastering modal verbs and their nuances. Modal verbs in English convey subtle meanings related to possibility, necessity, permission, and obligation. Advanced speakers master not only the basic modals, but also their perfect forms and subtle distinctions. Understanding the difference between you should have called and you could have called demonstrates sophisticated grammatical awareness. Semi-modal verbs like ought to, dare, and need add another layer of complexity. These verbs have unique properties and usage patterns that advanced speakers must master. Additionally, understanding modal verbs in reported speech and their various meanings in different contexts are crucial for advanced fluency. Developing natural pronunciation and intonation. Mastering connected speech patterns. Advanced pronunciation goes beyond individual sound accuracy to encompass the natural patterns of connected speech. This includes understanding how sounds change when words are spoken together, mastering linking, elision, and assimilation processes that occur in natural speech. Linking occurs when the final sound of one word connects to the initial sounds of the next word, creating smooth speech flow. For example, turn off becomes turn off in connected speech. Elision involves the omission of sounds in rapid speech, such as the T sound in exactly becoming exactly. Assimilation occurs when sounds change due to neighboring sounds. The phrase white paper might be pronounced wipe paper in rapid speech as the T sound assimilates to the following P sound. Understanding these processes helps you speak more naturally and understand native speakers better. Stress and rhythm patterns. English is a stress-timed language, meaning that stressed syllables occur at roughly regular intervals, regardless of the number of unstressed syllables between them. This creates English's characteristic rhythm, which advanced speakers must master for natural-sounding speech. Stress sentence involves emphasizing the most important words in utterances, while reducing stress on function words like articles, prepositions, and auxiliary verbs. This creates the natural rhythm that characterizes fluent English speech. Practice reading aloud while focusing on sentence stress patterns to develop this crucial skill. Intonation for meaning and effect. Intonation patterns convey meaning, emotion, and attitude in English. Rising intonation typically indicates questions, uncertainty, or incomplete thoughts, while falling intonation suggests statements, certainty, or finality. However, advanced speakers use intonation more subtly to convey complex meanings and attitudes. Contrastive stress allows speakers to emphasize particular elements for clarity or correction. For example, I said red car, not blue car, uses stress to clarify meaning. Advanced speakers also use intonation to signal discourse structure, indicating whether they're introducing new topics, concluding points, or transitioning between ideas. Emotional intonation conveys feelings and attitudes without explicit statement. Sarcasm, enthusiasm, doubt, and confidence are all communicated through intonation patterns that advanced speakers master naturally. Advanced listening skills for speaking improvement. Active listening strategies. Advanced speaking skills are intimately connected to advanced listening abilities. Developing sophisticated listening skills involves more than understanding words and basic meaning. Advanced listeners process language at multiple levels simultaneously, understanding explicit content while inferring implied meanings, recognizing attitudes and emotions, and predicting upcoming information. Practice listening to authentic materials that challenge your current level. This includes academic lectures, professional presentations, literary discussions, and sophisticated media content. Focus not only on what is said, but how it's said, paying attention to vocabulary choices, grammatical structures, and discourse patterns you can incorporate into your own speech. Develop the ability to listen while formulating responses. In natural conversation, effective speakers must process incoming information while simultaneously planning their contributions. This skill requires practice and develops gradually through exposure to real-time conversation situations. Learning from native speaker models. Identify native speaker models whose speaking style you admire and wish to emulate. This might include professional speakers, educators, broadcasters, or public figures who demonstrate the level of fluency you aspire to achieve. Analyze their speaking patterns, noting vocabulary choices, grammatical structures, and rhetorical techniques. Shadowing exercises involve listening to native speakers and simultaneously repeating their words, matching their rhythm, intonation, and pace as closely as possible. This technique helps internalize natural speech patterns and improves both pronunciation and fluency. Start with short segments and gradually increase the length and complexity of the material. Transcription exercises, where you write down exactly what native speakers say, help you notice features of natural speech that you might otherwise miss. Pay attention to hesitation markers, repetitions, self-corrections, and other features of spontaneous speech that differ from written language. Conversation skills and discourse management. Managing complex conversations. Advanced speakers excel at managing sophisticated conversations involving multiple participants, complex topics, and various social dynamics. This involves mastering turn-taking strategies, knowing how to enter and exit conversations gracefully, and maintaining conversation flow while managing disagreements or misunderstandings. Learn to use discourse markers effectively to signal your intentions and guide listeners through your thoughts. Expressions like, "Let me elaborate on that point," or "To put this in perspective," or "This brings me to my main argument," help listeners follow complex discussions and demonstrate your control over discourse structure. Advanced conversation management also involves reading social cues and adapting your communication style accordingly. This includes recognizing when to be more formal or informal, when to provide more detail or be more concise, and how to navigate sensitive topics diplomatically. Handling disagreements and difficult topics. Advanced speakers can engage in sophisticated discussions about controversial or complex topics while maintaining respect and professionalism. This requires mastering language for expressing disagreement politely, presenting counter-arguments effectively, and finding common ground when possible. Learn expressions for diplomatic disagreement, such as, "I see your point, however," "That's an interesting perspective, though I would argue," or "While I understand your reasoning, I think there might be another way to look at this." These phrases allow you to disagree while maintaining positive relationships. Advanced speakers also know how to hedge their statements appropriately, using language that acknowledges uncertainty or leaves room for other perspectives. Expressions like, "It seems to me," "In my experience," or "From what I understand," demonstrate sophisticated awareness of the tentative nature of many claims and opinions. Fluency development techniques. Systematic speaking practice. Developing advanced fluency requires systematic, consistent practice that gradually increases in complexity and sophistication. Create a structured practice routine that includes various types of speaking activities, from prepared presentations to spontaneous discussions. Monologue practice involves speaking alone on complex topics for extended periods, typically 5 to 10 minutes initially, building up to longer periods as your stamina improves. Choose sophisticated topics that require abstract thinking and complex language use. Record yourself and analyze your performance, noting areas for improvement in vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, and discourse organization. Impromptu speaking exercises challenge you to speak fluently without preparation time. Use prompt cards with complex topics, philosophical questions, or hypothetical scenarios. Give yourself 30 seconds to think, then speak for 2 to 3 minutes. This develops the quick thinking and language retrieval skills necessary for natural conversation. Building speaking stamina and confidence. Advanced fluency requires the stamina to maintain sophisticated speech for extended periods without fatigue or decline in quality. Build the stamina gradually through progressively longer speaking tasks, starting with 5-minute presentations and working up to hour-long discussions or presentations. Confidence in advanced speaking comes from preparation and experience. Develop expertise in topics you're passionate about, as subject matter knowledge provides the foundation for sophisticated discussion. When you know your topic well, you can focus on language use rather than content generation. Mental preparation techniques include visualization, where you imagine yourself speaking confidently in various situations, and positive self-talk that reinforces your growing abilities. Remember that even advanced speakers continue to learn and improve, so maintain a growth mindset while acknowledging your progress. Cultural competence and pragmatic awareness. Understanding cultural context. Advanced English speaking involves understanding the cultural context in which the language is used. English is spoken natively in many countries, each with distinct cultural norms, values, and communication styles. Additionally, English serves as an international lingua franca, requiring awareness of cross-cultural communication dynamics. Develop awareness of cultural differences in communication styles, such as direct versus indirect communication, individual versus collective orientations, and varying attitudes toward hierarchy and authority. These differences affect how language is used and interpreted in different cultural contexts. Study cultural references, idioms, and allusions that appear in sophisticated English discourse. Knowledge of literature, history, popular culture, and current events from English-speaking countries enriches your ability to understand and participate in advanced conversations. Pragmatic appropriateness. Pragmatic competence involves using language appropriately in different social situations. Advanced speakers master register variation, knowing when to use formal, semi-formal, or informal language depending on the context, audience, and purpose of communication. Learn to recognize and use different politeness strategies appropriate to various cultures and situations. This includes understanding when directness is valued versus when indirectness is preferred, how to make requests politely, and how to give and receive criticism constructively. Advanced speakers also understand implication, the art of conveying meaning indirectly through implication. This sophisticated aspect of language use allows for diplomatic communication, humor, and the expression of complex social relationships through linguistic choices. Technology and resources for advanced practice. Digital tools and platforms. Modern technology offers numerous resources for advanced English speaking practice. Language exchange platforms connect you with native speakers worldwide for conversation practice, while AI-powered tools provide immediate feedback on pronunciation and fluency. Video conferencing tools enable participation in international discussion groups, professional networks, and educational programs conducted in English. Take advantage of webinars, online courses, and virtual conferences in your field of interest to practice speaking in professional contexts. Speech recognition software can help you practice pronunciation and identify areas needing improvement. Some applications provide detailed feedback on specific sounds, stress patterns, and intonation, allowing for targeted practice. Authentic materials and media. Engage with sophisticated English content across various media formats. This includes documentary films, academic podcasts, professional presentations, literary discussions, and high-quality journalism. Analyze the language used in these materials and practice incorporating similar structures and vocabulary into your own speech. Participate in online forums and discussion groups where sophisticated topics are debated. Written participation helps you formulate complex arguments and learn from others' perspectives before attempting similar discussions in spoken format. Advanced speakers benefit from engaging with literature, both classic and contemporary. Reading sophisticated texts expands vocabulary, exposes you to complex grammatical structures, and provides cultural knowledge that enhances conversational ability. Assessment and self-evaluation. Setting measurable goals. Establish specific, measurable goals for your advanced speaking development. These might include delivering a 30-minute presentation without notes, participating effectively in a professional meeting, or engaging in a sophisticated debate on a complex topic. Clear goals provide direction and motivation for your practice efforts. Create a portfolio of your speaking performances, including recordings of presentations, conversations, and monologues. Regular review of these recordings helps you track progress and identify persistent areas needing attention. Seek feedback from native speakers, teachers, and other advanced speakers. External evaluation provides perspectives you might miss in self-assessment and helps identify subtle areas for improvement that could elevate your speaking to the next level. Continuous improvement strategies. Advanced fluency development is an ongoing process that requires continuous refinement and expansion. Even after achieving advanced status, commit to regular practice and learning to maintain and further develop your skills. Stay current with language evolution by following contemporary media, engaging with new vocabulary and expressions, and adapting to changing communication norms. Language is dynamic, and advanced speakers must evolve with it. Consider specialized training in areas such as public speaking, debate, or presentation skills. These specialized skills enhance your overall speaking ability and provide new challenges for continued growth. Overcoming advanced level challenges. Dealing with plateaus and frustration. Advanced learners often experience plateaus where progress seems slow or non-existent. This is normal and reflects the increasingly subtle nature of advanced improvements. During plateau periods, focus on maintaining current skills while exploring new aspects of languages. Frustration with persistent errors or limitations is common at advanced levels. Remember that perfect fluency is not the goal. Even native speakers make mistakes and continue learning throughout their lives. Focus on effective communication rather than perfection. Seek new challenges and contexts for language use. If your current practice routine has become comfortable, it may be time to increase difficulty or explore new types of speaking situations. Growth occurs outside the comfort zone. Maintaining motivation and momentum. Advanced level study requires sustained motivation over long periods. Maintain motivation by connecting your language goals to personal and professional aspirations. Regularly remind yourself why advanced English fluency is important to you and celebrate progress along the way. Find a community of fellow advanced learners or speakers who can provide support, encouragement, and challenges. Learning communities create accountability and provide opportunities for practice and growth. Vary your practice routine to maintain interest and engagement. Alternate between different types of speaking activities, topics, and contexts to keep your practice fresh and challenging. Professional applications of advanced speaking. Business and professional communication. Advanced English speakers excel in professional environments where sophisticated communication is essential. This includes leading meetings, delivering presentations, negotiating agreements, and building professional relationships across cultural boundaries. Master the language of your professional field, including technical terminology, industry-specific expressions, and communication protocols. Professional fluency requires deep knowledge of register, formality levels, and communication styles appropriate to your work environment. Develop skills and persuasive communication, including the ability to present compelling arguments, influence decisions, and inspire action through speech. These skills are valuable in leadership roles and professional advancement. Academic and intellectual discourse. Advanced speakers can participate effectively in academic discussions, contribute to intellectual debates, and engage with complex theoretical concepts. This requires mastery of academic vocabulary, argumentation structures, and the ability to synthesize and critique complex information. Practice presenting research, defending positions, and engaging in scholarly debate. Academic speaking often involves longer, more structured presentations than casual conversation, requiring different skills and strategies. Learn to navigate the conventions of academic discourse, including appropriate citation practices, acknowledgement of sources, and engagement with opposing viewpoints in constructive ways. Building long-term speaking habits. Creating sustainable practice routines. Advanced fluency maintenance requires consistent, long-term practice integrated into your daily life. Create sustainable routines that don't require excessive time commitments, but provide regular opportunities for sophisticated language use. Incorporate English speaking into existing activities and interests. Join professional organizations, hobby groups, or volunteer activities conducted in English. This provides natural, meaningful contexts for advanced language practice. Establish regular reflection periods where you assess your speaking performance, identify areas for improvement, and plan future learning activities. Self-reflection helps maintain focus on continuous improvement. Becoming a lifelong learner. Embrace the identity of a lifelong language learner. Advanced fluency is not a destination, but a journey of continuous growth and refinement. Stay curious about language, culture, and communication, always seeking new learning opportunities. Consider teaching or mentoring other English learners. Teaching others reinforces your own knowledge while providing opportunities to articulate complex language concepts, further developing your advanced speaking abilities. Stay connected with the global English-speaking community through professional networks, cultural organizations, and online communities. These connections provide ongoing opportunities for advanced language practice and cultural exchange. Conclusion: your path to advanced English fluency. Achieving advanced English fluency is a significant accomplishment that opens doors to personal, professional, and academic opportunities worldwide. The journey requires dedication, systematic practice, and patience, but the rewards are immense. Advanced speakers possess the tools to express their thoughts with precision, engage in sophisticated discourse, and navigate complex cross-cultural communications with confidence. Remember that advanced fluency is not about perfection, but about effective, sophisticated communication. Focus on continuous improvement while celebrating your progress along the way. The strategies and techniques outlined in this guide provide a comprehensive framework for developing advanced speaking skills, but your individual journey will be unique. Embrace the challenges of advanced learning, seek out opportunities to use your growing skills, and maintain the curiosity and enthusiasm that brought you to this level. With consistent effort and the right approach, you can achieve the advanced English fluency that will serve you throughout your personal and professional life. Your commitment to advanced English speaking reflects a dedication to personal growth and global communication. As you continue on this journey, remember that every conversation, presentation, and discussion is an opportunity to refine your skills and express your unique voice through this rich and complex language. The path to advanced fluency is demanding but rewarding, leading to a lifetime of enhanced communication and expanded opportunities.